Been through all out of Arabia and Africa, met all the kings of the countries, and the peace, the world wants peace, and I represented it, and at a time when it wasn't too popular in America, and now it's common. At least I was a case that the world watched. But what about the people who nobody knows, and they're doing it? So I look at them as being more great, I would say, than I am.
When the Supreme Court eventually decided that you were right and you had a perfect right to do this, you showed no resentment against the men who had kept you away from boxing. You were very quiet about it.
Then I would be a hypocrite if I did, because I expected them to recognize me for what I believed. And they did what they thought was right at the time they took my title. At the time they wouldn't let me box nowhere in the country. They just did what they thought was right. And for me to now to sue them or to condemn them or to speak out against them for doing what they thought was right, then this would be hypocritical. And at the same time, I expected them, although they didn't, to recognize me for what I believe. So how can I get on them for doing what they really believe was right?
Once or twice you've spoken, it seemed to me sometimes sadly, about retirement. Do you still think of retirement?
Oh, I wanted to, but I thought about my children. I watched the baby cry another day, and my wife was late giving the baby milk, and the baby raised hell. Just hollering. Don't know where they're going to get it, but they just expect you to have it. And I looked at about 6 more coming, and I said, 10 years from now, I won't be fighting. 10 years from now, that baby will just be 10 years old. And I'll need money. He'll need school books. He'll need clothes, bus fare. And then 20 years from now, my daughter will need a house, or she'll need a job. And it'll be shame to say, Muhammad Ali's daughter, a waitress in a restaurant. He made all of those millions. Oh, there's his son over there is in here. What I'm trying to say, I can earn enough money in 5 years if I invest it and put it up right to take care of my grandchildren. So I wanted to retire, but after I see these children coming, and after I see that they're going to have a hard time, maybe they won't be blessed to make it like myself, I can knock out Blue Lewis, I can go knock out Floyd Patterson, I can knock out Joe Frazier, I can come back and knock out if you get your Irish champion, come knock him out, then I can go back over here and knock some, didn't get too much of a laugh on that, did I?
You're in Ireland. Agreed.
So what I'm trying to say, if I can save up about $2 million, which is about how many pounds?
It's almost £1 million.
Almost $1 million. If I can save up 1 million pounds, then I can relax and go to sleep and retire and don't have to worry about my children, because this is a hard world.